So you want to become a LEED Green Associate, maybe even a LEED AP, but you don't have time or you don't know where to start? In this short exam prep, I will prepare you to pass the exam with less time and less effort. My name is Shadi, and I've been training professionals like you for 7 years now. I've helped more than 5,000 architects and engineers scale their career, land their dream job, and move up the corporate ladder. You will learn about green buildings. You will learn what's LEED, how to register for the exam, how to certify buildings. We'll even do practice questions together at the end, which will show you the secrets to passing the exam. So the first thing you need to understand is the reason for the certification. Why are green buildings so important from the first place? Well, it's simple. When we build, we harm the environment. Green buildings reduces that harm, reduces negative impact, which is the important keyword here to remember. Negative impact. Our buildings use a lot of energy, a lot of water. They're filled with chemical, toxic products, cladded with harmful materials. They don't protect the environment. Conventional or typical projects, they don't look into the reduction of resources or wellness, healthy spaces. But green buildings do that. You might say, well, yes, our food impacts negatively, our factories, our cars, and similar. But just look how easy and low-cost buildings reduce emissions when compared to agriculture or factories. That's why central banks and governments, they're funding green buildings. With tax reductions, low interest rates, developers basically are making so much money from this. That's why it's so important for you to earn the certification. Since green buildings, they actually are the future. Let's get down to basics. What's LEED? It's a standard for leadership in energy and environmental design, which basically means it's a standard for green buildings. It's a green building standard used worldwide. Basically, it acts as an evaluation for sustainability. It rates buildings if they're green, if they're actually sustainable or not. So what does this all mean to us? It's easy. This is a typical exam trick. You should know that you get accredited, not certified, whereas buildings get certified. So you can become a LEED Green Associate or a LEED AP. Those are called accreditations. Buildings get silver, gold, platinum. Those are certifications. Let's check them out together. Let's start off with what you can earn. Accreditations. You can become a LEED Green Associate. You don't need to have any experience, no requirements. Anyone from any field can apply for the exam, pass the exam, and earn it. And after you do, you need to complete 15 hours every 2 years to keep it valid. You can watch videos, write papers, work on LEED projects. Don't worry about this now. You can even become a LEED AP and you get renewal hours. So you pass the Green Associate. You can become an AP. The only requirement to apply for the AP exam is to have a valid, not expired Green Associate accreditation. You can apply for the BD plus C, Building Design and New Construction, which is the most required, or even Neighborhood, Homes, Operation, or Interior Design, ID plus C. So here, you need to know that you should cover 30 C hours to keep the LEED AP valid every 2 years. The main difference is that the AP would go more into detail in LEED. How to earn the credit with different options, different requirements. Whereas the LEED Green Associate just checks the overview of LEED and green buildings. Last but not least, LEED Fellow. You don't need to take an exam to earn it. You get nominated. It showcases that someone has the LEED AP for 8 years or more with 10 green building experience. It's like the Oscars of LEED. Now we're making progress here. You now know what's LEED and the different titles. But how can you earn those titles? Well, let me show you. There are 3 steps. Step 1, you need to learn the material. And with the complete training course, by clicking the button below, you gain access to that. And then you start to practice on practice tests, which are also included. You can even register for the AP training as well. Now, after you know the material, you've practiced on some questions, what's left is to register and schedule the exam. You register by going to the USGBC website, paying for the official exam. There you're going to get a USGBC ID. That ID you're going to use to schedule the date and time. You go to another website called Prometric, you put in your USGBC ID, you choose a test center, choose a day, and you choose a time, and you go do the official exam. You're going to gain access to the results instantly after you do the exam. It's going to tell you pass or fail. The complete training page, after you click the button, you can check the FAQ, the most frequently asked questions by other students. The exam, how can you take it online? The exam fee. So now we're really digging in. How does the exam look like? Well, it's 2 hours. It's multiple multiple choice, so no essays, no fill in the blanks. It's 100 questions. You need to achieve 170 over 200. That's it. Simple. Few things left before taking the practice questions together. We have to know how to certify a building. Buildings basically earn points. More points, more sustainable, higher the level. Starts off with 40 points as LEED certified. Any less than that, you can't earn the building certification. Then you have silver between 50 and 59 points, then gold, and the highest, the platinum certification. LEED has categories with credits in it to reflect as points. You choose which credits to target. The more, the merrier. Usually the higher the level, the more you sell your project for. More rent, more tax reductions, more loans, lower energy bill, lower water bill, basically more sustainable in a way. Now those categories we just talked about, we're going to head on and skim through them. The first category is just one thing. We're gonna do it together. It's called the integrative design process. To integrate, synergize, join hands basically. You create a workshop, you create a meeting, it's called a charrette. It includes all the members, main architects, main engineers, main contractor, the owner. You get the picture. Now those professionals in that meeting should create the main environmental decisions. So you have the same goals, less confusion before starting everything. Best before design even. Whereas the next category is, we need to go into every item, every prerequisite, every credit. Those includes different options and so forth. That's what we will learn in the complete training. We are going to skim through them now to get a glimpse of the LEED material. Starting off with the location and transportation category. How do users go to your project? Then we have sustainable sites. Basically, it makes sure that the project does not harm the land it sits on. The credits on the left shows you the different points you can earn. The more you earn, the more sustainable your project is. Water efficiency, basically to reduce both indoor and outdoor water from your fixtures, fittings to your outdoor landscape. Energy, we will learn about commissioning, refrigerants, green power and more. Materials and resources, here the products you install on your project. Cladding, tiling, paint, sealants, waterproofing. Those products, how are they made? How are they sourced? What ingredients? How harmful they are on the environment? Indoor environmental quality. It's all about the interior space here. Good air quality, proper views, lots of daylight. Those are all factors that increases our well-being. We stay mostly indoor, so this category is quite important. Lastly, when we all is discussed, we head into the bonus categories. Innovation. So if your project does something that we didn't talk about, then it's doing something new and environmentally friendly, it gains points. And the last category, the second bonus category, is when you address specific support to your region, when you tackle credits that help your location. We're almost there. Let's tackle some important key terms that usually come in the exam, which you'll see in the future practice questions. Let's start with lifecycle assessment versus cost. Now, as a LEED Green Associate, you have to know the difference. LCA, lifecycle assessment or analysis, is the way you prove a product or service is actually green. You assess it from birth to end of life, the full cycle, how much impact it had on the environment in every stage. Let's say if you want to check the LCA of your cladding, you do the LCA on it from the raw materials to the transportation, the emissions, the packaging, the use, the end of life, how degradable is it. This assessment will show that your cladding is green or not. Whereas the life cycle cost only talks about money. You're not assessing the impact it had on the environment. You're assessing the operation cost, the maintenance cost, and similar. You have to know the difference between hard cost and soft cost. Hard cost basically is everything that's physical, concrete, waterproofing, cladding, whereas soft costs are everything that's paperwork, insurance fee, consulting fee. Now we're down to the last thing before the practice questions. I'm proud of you for sticking through. The triple bottom line. What is it? It's the 3 P's: people, planet, and profit. It's a business concept to analyze how much your business impacts the environment. Not just how much profit it makes, but also the impact it had on people, the impact it had on the planet. How environmental is it? Let's do it. You know the content. Let's take on the questions. Green buildings emphasizes using what type of design process? Don't check the answers just yet. What's the keyword here? Design process. What goes well with it? What did we learn in the first category? Integrative design process. It synergizes with the team with the workshop. Let's try again. What are the 3 dimensions of sustainability often described as a triple bottom line? It's the 3 P's. People, planet, profit. We just need to look at the synonyms here. Economic means profit, environment means planet, and social means people. So the answer is A. Question 3. Life cycle assessment. Basically, remember the keywords. It's an evaluation. It's an assessment for the negative impact on the environment. So the answer is B, since the environment and impact both are the keywords in that question, in that answer. When is the best time to incorporate an integrative approach? So you have to look at the best answer here. The sooner you do the meeting, the better. Less errors, better decisions for the environment. So before starting design is ideal. So the answer is A. Which of the following is an environmental benefit? This is one of those general questions. All of the following are green building aspects. What is the primary benefit of integrated process? Again, primary, best answer. Might help you gain the best LEED level or reduces your cost. But the primary is the decisions, the strategies. So that's why the answer is B. What is a soft cost? Remember, hard costs are physical, which are all except soft costs. The consulting fees, the insurance. What term refers to the investigation and valuation of the environmental impact? Not going to continue since two huge keywords rose. Valuation of the environment, impact. Basically, it's the definition of the LCA. Evaluates, assesses negative impact. How does the LCA differ from the LCC? Simple one. It's the environment and one is cost. The answer is B, since LCA doesn't talk about economic, but LCC does talk all about money. Our last question. The sustainable design strategies are effectively implemented only by using... This is one of those logical questions. The answer is B. You have to have a vision of the whole project, not only on water reduction or energy reduction. You have to look at everything altogether. Thank you for sticking to the end. Now, if you found value in this short training and would like to become a LEED Green Associate in just 2 weeks, or even less, rather than months, if you have value for your time and you don't want to fail a non-refundable exam, then this training is for you. You learn every important LEED information passing the exam, every prerequisite, credit, intent, and requirement in a fun and interactive way, which you can't find anywhere else. Even offers a 30-day money-back guarantee. So you won't risk failing your exam. Just watch 30 minutes a day for 1 week and take our practice test for the 2nd week. And I guarantee you becoming a LEED Green Associate. So click the button below, access the complete training course, and become LEED Accredited.